Good morning. Good morning. What's going
up,
on?
everybody?
What's going on?
Yeah, man.
It's your boy Summer Nice, still local in the building.
Oh yeah, man. June 2nd, man.
H20 da weatherman over here.
Oh yeah.
H2 Izzo, what up though? What is the weather like anyway? It's cold.
Cold as fuck, rainy.
And it's raining, it's cold, it's gloomy. It's one of those days.
Man. H2O, what's going on, man?
Man, shit, another day in the life, man. Just happy to wake up, man. It's my birthday today. I'm 29 today.
Oh shoot.
Yeah,
What the fuck?
yeah,
Yeah.
February the 7th, man. You know,
Damn,
celebrate.
happy birthday,
Yeah,
man.
my son's birthday was yesterday now.
Oh, for
Many,
real.
many,
He
many
didn't even
late
say happy birthday to
man.
my son.
Is
Your
your son
oldest boy?
smoking now?
No.
Did I just tell him?
No. He better not be.
The oldest one.
That's
How old
not
is your
that's
oldest
not,
son?
my son is 16 now.
That man just served me.
Yeah. Oh, well, listen
I
here.
think that probably was Canada.
I think that's 18, 19.
Yeah,
That-
right.
that's
Yeah,
around the
Why I'm
age when
thinking
you
your
out the
son
door.
is 18 years old.
He need to be focused on school right now. That's it.
Right. All right. So what we got on the boards to talk about today?
What happened with that dude, man? That rapper at the hotel or apartment complex?
Okay. All right. So allegedly, I didn't even know this guy was a rapper till I went and looked him up. But allegedly, the guy from out of Brownsdale, Wisconsin, his name is Larvell, and he, I guess he was going through some mental illness, man, and he wound up killing his child's mother. And he killed another man, I think, that was with her, and he wound up ultimately killing himself.
That's crazy.
But then, I look deeper on YouTube, the guy is a rapper, and it's just crazy that when I look at his videos and stuff,
He just looked like a regular person.
right? I didn't see.
Now I seen the video you showed me.
mental-
Yeah,
right.
he just seemed like he was doing the everyday thing that every other rapper be
Right.
doing. Just
Right.
throwing the guns up, just talking
Right.
crap. Just for the show. But I guess some people do really, really have these thoughts in their heads.
Now, don't get me wrong. I'm no psychologist. I'm no therapist. I'm no doctor. I don't even know the first half of mental illness.
So
So I don't want to judge it. But what I will say is this.
Is it really mental illness that did that though? Like,
I don't
or that's
know.
just him just being
I have
frustrated
no
with life
idea,
and saying the
man.
hell with it.
And it was
Because we
just-
can't put everything on mental illness now.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
That because everybody seems to be throwing mental illness like, hey, that's what caused that. No,
I mean, but he was saying this. He was saying this during the live video. He was saying mental illness is real.
yeah, but that's just something he's saying.
I've been telling y'all. So I don't know,
Okay.
But allegedly, he killed his child's mother, and he just was saying he couldn't take it anymore.
Yeah,
Right? But he was saying this on live. He turned the camera around and actually showed bodies that was laying out.
but like that's
It
what I'm
was-
saying.
it
He
was
was
just
he was mentally, physically able to show you a body and tell you what he really wanted. He had his mind made up of what he wanted to do.
right,
So is that technically a decision,
right,
a choice?
right. And when you go back and look at his videos, he was actually something that you had to get prepared for, because his videos are like well put together.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So his rap videos are well put together. So it's like, I don't know
Right.
what mental illness is. Do it kick in at a certain time? Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it a trigger?
Who
knows?
I agree.
You know what I'm saying?
I guess you don't know too much about that, huh? H2O.
Man, white people
But
crazy.
what I will say is becoming common in our community now.
Yeah, it is.
'Cause it's something that was either shied upon or wasn't mentioned. It was considered, really, you would look down on somebody for, back in the day, you slow or whatever.
Yeah.
And we had peers that was dealing with mental illness, and we would tease them about it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Kids who rode the short bus and stuff like that. We made jokes about stuff like
Right,
that. But I
right.
see that it's real, becoming serious and prominent in our community now.
Especially with men, man. Because
Right.
it used to be when a man was like that, it's like, suck it up,
Right,
You
right.
with it, you a
Consider
man.
soft.
Yeah,
you
just-
know?
yeah.
But they don't,
But
Yeah.
I would say that there's a balance Because honestly, I mean, I feel like we still do need to tell our kids or somebody like, hey man, like man up for real. Like some stuff you just do gotta man up on, you know? If you even when I used to work out, you know, and I used to go to school and try to be on the football team because I ain't never had the good grades to do it, but I was always in the gym and they would always like force me like, hey man, come on, like push harder, you know?
This is the question. If you had a mental illness, like if we had a mental illness right now, would we know it? Or would you know it?
I think, and see, I don't know.
If you're not diagnosed, would you know it?
Okay.
Like, would you know that
I think depression.
your mental adversity isn't mental illness? Would you know that?
I just feel like we have a choice. Now, yes, some people, those choices are heightened or whatever, and we have like tough decisions, but it all does come to a choice. It does come to a choice. If you done lived all this time, well, how old was he? How old was he? Do you know?
He was like
He looked like he's in his 30s at least early 30s.
he was a little younger than that.
Like maybe 31, maybe 29.
But after 25, I mean,
if you done lived your life that long and it happened to have a baby and a whole relationship and everything and went through life, I'm sure you had jobs. I'm sure you done been through all type of doggone adversities at that age, by that time of the age. So you had a choice all those years. So all those years, you've made the choice to do the right thing, and then all of a sudden a tough decision happens and you just say, F it. You know what I'm saying? So that's still a choice to me, you know.
But that's the problem though. A lot of men, even when they already having these troubles, nobody knows because they feel uncomfortable to talk about it.
Yeah.
They feel like they're looked at as weak, and you know, especially I feel like in the black community with black men, you know, even growing up, the mamas, you know, I don't want to hear you complain.
Right.
You know, deal with it. Y'all deal with it. You know,
right.
so
That's true.
A lot of them, yeah.
That's true, especially when you coming up in a masculine household, or your pops was in the military, or your grandpops was real a disciplinarian. You know, it's like almost, you know, coming out. You know, you got people who come out the closet, don't come out the closet till they pops pass away or something like that.
You're right.
They just couldn't.
Because some people don't really come out until they like in their 30s or whatever. So you're right.
So allegedly, man, that's what happened. So, you know, we're not gonna play judge or jury, but I will say it's a sad case.
It is.
And rest in peace to her name was Ariana Nicole. So rest in peace to her, and
condolences to the family.
Yeah, condolences to her family.
Yeah.
And the child, the baby, man. You know, I kind of dealt with a situation like that, you know, with Tiffany, you know, and he wound up killing himself, and you know what I'm saying. So I definitely know firsthand what that's about.
And I know
to the family.
a couple of people personally that been in my life that done committed suicide. So you know, but you just don't think it's gonna happen. And to some of them, you knew something was going on, and then the other one, I don't know, he just up and did it, you know.
Yeah.
So it's just unfortunate with that, man. What else?
You hate that thing, you know. That might affect the kid later on down the road too, you know.
And what about what was that other doggone story about the football player too, man? What happened there?
You talking about the coach, Brian Flores?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Well, fill us in on that.
Yeah, man. So the Miami Dolphins released Brian Flores, and you know, it's causing a lot of talk and hype on Twitter and other social media platforms. You know, because people feel like the NFL is racist. You know, these owners, these rich billionaire owners, they don't want a black head coach. They don't want to put a black man in power, and that's what people are feeling like. And it's obviously showing. Yeah. With up to the new hirings, Mike Tomlin of Pittsburgh was the only black head coach, and currently McDaniel, what's the guy's name?
Flip your phone. They
I think his name Josh McDaniel or something like that. Let me check. That's Josh McCown. Mike McDaniel. Mike McDaniel got hired by Miami, but he's only like one quarter black, you know. Okay. And he says he's biracial, but if you look at him, he's white. He got white hair. You know, his dad was black, but you know, he's one of them that turn out he still look white. You know, you can't tell.
And that's sad because I really you know, I don't like to really pull a race card too much. But when it comes to the NFL situation, it does feel a little bit like they're not moving in the direction that the world is moving to, because the NBA has been moving towards that way.
Exactly.
And all these other sport players, like I said, you have women and black coaches in the NBA and everything. So if you have that in the NBA, then why isn't it showing in the NFL? So yeah.
I just feel like don't put a barrier on life. Like let the growing process take its course, and everything is going to be history.
Yeah.
Because the way America's been going for so long, any new thing is gonna be history.
Yeah.
It's like, get over it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, get over it. It's just may the best man win. It's how I look at it.
I feel like we're moving forward as
don't put a barrier on it and attach all this bull crap to it. You know what I'm saying? Like, may the best man win, and everything in America is that's a deviation from what it's been, is gonna be history.
Yeah.
It don't matter if a Chinaman doing it or Indian doing it, or it don't matter.
Yeah.
Like, it's gonna be history. Anything that's a deviation from
Yeah.
You know, you want it to be best man win.
Right.
But the way the people are feeling, is that's the way they want it to be, but they feel like one man has an advantage because of his skin color.
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
this man right here,
unfortunately,
I might be a good coach and he might not be as good of a coach, but you're gonna trust him more with
Right.
your team, and
I think that's like a stigma. It's more like a stigma that they believe, that everybody people believe that.
it's almost an insult, because the black man has held the most powerful job in this country for 8 years straight. President of the United States, Barack Obama, you know, so he's already defied all of that, That's
why I say I feel like the country is starting to move in the right direction.
I do, because, and I'm gonna tell you why, and this is crazy. I feel like we are like, that shit is dying out.
Yeah, it is.
It's so many mixed families and like
all my nephews and nieces,
friends that's
cousins,
white and black, and it's like, and we are the new.
Yeah.
That old shit, that old racist way of thinking, that shit is like dying out.
It's really dying
like,
out.
Yeah.
Yeah, like you see it, but it comes from people who've been in there a long time already.
That's what I told June. I said, racism, that shit's got to be bred out of our children. After generation, we pass it on.
Yeah.
They learn from the parents
And
and
I
follow
think-
what their parents
right.
do.
And see, that's the thing. It's like people want it to be rushed. They want it to be rushed. Like, okay, stop it right now. Like, it's impossible to do that when it's already been
so
printed.
long.
Yeah. So you have to just teach your kids forgiveness and stuff like that. So when they grow up, they can be the next mindset that didn't grow up having to have that in their head. Like, every white person, hates you and this and that.
Yeah.
And it's going to work both ways too, because, black peoples, they're going to have to learn to trust again, because for so long we dealt with being treated like this. Now you're saying things have changed.
Right.
All we know is not to trust you for what's been done. You know?
And I say, man, and I got a question, because this is my question. What do you think about Black History? Because it is Black History Month. Do you? And I'm speak this to you, Samo. Do you really think that for Black History, do you think that 1 month is good, or should we kind of like get past that and make it a full thing?
I feel like Black History Month is every day.
Yeah.
In my life. I just feel like that's for the masses. That's for the masses to gravitate to and say, hey, this is what we doing for Black History Month.
Yeah. Like, and that's what I'm saying.
In my life, Black History Month is every day.
And every time I see Black History Month come up, I mean, the first thing I see on my timeline, and I'm talking about towards even my own people, we start talking about chicken, and we start talking about all this other stuff. Like, we're not really actually educating anybody about Black history, because there's not enough time in a month to really get our thoughts right to say, hey, let's talk about Martin Luther King. How about let's talk about today? You know what I'm saying? Let's talk about what's really going on.
What happened last week?
What happened? Yeah, what happened now? Like, this is history still. Just we can't just go back to Martin Luther King. But for Black folks, this is as far as we really can go. You know what I'm
I
saying?
also feel like this, and this is just to be 100 about it. I'm up in age, man, and as long as I've been growing up, as long as I've been being raised, Christmas is a pagan holiday.
Yeah.
And Christmas was more important than Black History Month in my house.
Yeah.
Don't know why. Thanksgiving was more important than Black History Month in my house. Don't know why, but it is what it is. That's just the
Halloween.
way I came up. Halloween was more important than Black History Month in my house. It's because we were culturally already Black history.
Right. That's what that's
we,
and that's
we
my
didn't
point.
look at it like something new.
What
or,
black
you know,
person,
like-
what black family do you know that's actually celebrating the History Month?
Right. I think now it is. I think you'll even have some white people celebrating
Yeah,
Black History
I see
Month
white.
because
The
it's,
thing is, I see a lot more white
and,
folks.
and this is to be
doing
real. I celebrated with some of them on Juneteenth, and they partied harder than we did
Now, Juneteenth,
because it's becoming more.
I would say now
You know, the information is there.
Juneteenth, I would say that is a holiday, just because that is like our 4th of July. Like that is the time when slavery was abolished.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So for that day, that's a celebration of our freedom, our our independence.
Right.
So I would say Juneteenth is a day that we can say is more like a celebrational day.
Like
But
I said, everything is about to be a party, a celebration.
yeah,
That race shit is like dying out. I don't even,
that's why I say, man,
that
I
shit is
really
like
just
going
think that
away.
Black History Month, it should just be it should just really just be January all the way to this December.
I mean, I
to
just
the
think
last
it's for
month.
I think it's
Yeah,
for
December.
the children.
Yeah.
I think it's for like school kids. I really do because
But for school
adults
kids, like
us,
just teach.
we don't, and this is no disrespect. I'm a black man.
Okay,
We don't need that shit.
we don't.
That shit
Let's
is for
just, like I
kids
said, man, just go
to
ahead
be
and just
aware of what happened and what took place.
teach history,
Right.
and when you teach history,
That'll fall. in
Black
place.
culture will come in, Indian culture will come in, all of that'll come in on history, not just 1 month for just the black part.
I think the reason why they press for it is because unlike other things like when the Holocaust and stuff was going around,
Yeah.
Part of reparation. right.
that was one of the worst things in history, but
Yeah.
you don't see it currently happen to Jews still. But
Yeah.
with the black community, you still see them getting oppressed, even though it's still changing and it's moving in the right direction.
Yeah,
And you want to show people flexibility, people that didn't think open-mindedly before to, change their mind, see how we feel, like how we see how you feel,
yeah.
but you still want change to happen. And
Right. And that's why I say, and I'm thankful for you because you kind of see both sides. But I've also noticed, even with whites, how some of them just kind of just want to move forward. And like I said, it's never going to just move forward in one day. It has to be washed away through generation after generation. So,
See, not only that, like, I got two uncles in my family. I got a Uncle Michael who was married in since 76,
Yeah.
77. He was married to my aunt since like 77. So I came up in the 80s, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
My Uncle Mike already been, in the family.
yeah.
And I never experienced like the difference until I was old enough to get up and get out on my own.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because as far as I was concerned, that was my Uncle Mike. It never even came across that
He was actually white.
he wasn't my blood for
Right,
real.
right, yeah.
Until I was old enough to, because he didn't treat me like that.
Right. Yeah.
It was Uncle Mike.
And that's the same way, with me. Like
My
I said, I
cousin
grew up,
Calvin was mixed, but I didn't know.
I was back and forth from here in Michigan. In Michigan, my whole childhood, elementary and all that was in Michigan. I was in Ludington, Michigan. That's an all-white town. Like, I was the only black kid in my school, for a long time. And they always just was, hey, Jerome and everything. It was until when I went back as an adult and I was getting pulled over all the time. Like literally, like every other week, I was getting pulled over. But it wasn't because there was
got high.
it was. I don't think if it was. I don't know if it was racism or like a stigma. But my bad. You know, we just talking. What's going on, man? I done missed that. I lost that. But yeah, man.
Good. We having a high moment. Yo, so another point, man. What y'all think about the Louisiana State Senate? Gary Chambers.
Oh,
He actually did an ad. He did a commercial. He was smoking a blunt. He was he's all for the marijuana bill.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So he got a lot of backlash for that.
I guess pass that to H20 real quick. Let me see what you got to say first.
Man, the man wants to work. Give him a job, man.
Right.
I'm all for his cause and
Right.
Speak to the mic a little bit more, man.
yeah, I'm all for his cause, man. Shit, you know, I think it's not that big of a deal. You know,
Yeah.
I don't think in states like South Carolina, when you get pulled over and if your car smell like this and you notice isn't a big of a deal, why make a big deal about it? You
Okay.
know? Let people live their lives if they're not actually out here doing bad stuff. You know.
Yeah. Me personally, like I said, I understand the whole marijuana situation. I don't smoke. I mean, I have smoked before, but I really don't feel like it needs to be. I still feel like it needs to be moderated or like monetized, because I don't feel like approving it and saying that, hey, it's just legal. I think that's kind of dangerous and more like just in I just don't think it's a good thing, you know.
I disagree, because I think this is what I think. I think alcohol is more detrimental to you, your health,
Right.
and it's legalized. You can go to the store right now and get a pint.
And then there's still drunk people around here that you be like, damn, get away from me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
But it hasn't changed the law.
It hasn't.
legalized.
But
Now, marijuana is subjected because a doctor can prescribe it to you.
yeah,
But a doctor could never prescribe you alcohol.
no, that's what I'm saying.
The doctor could prescribe you.
That's why I say moderation. That's why I say moderation.
I mean,
because
they're only gonna let you buy a certain amount.
they shouldn't. They should do the same with alcohol.
But I don't think it's dangerous. I think that it would actually be more help. What you think, H2O? I think it'd be more help.
It would definitely help the community and
Right.
create jobs. You know, everybody's gonna be starting
Create
to
a
grow
lot of
farm.
jobs.
I mean,
Yeah.
what do we do in South Carolina? We farm. We got fields. You
Yes.
know? Put
I
some
mean,
plants
now
out there. I mean,
agriculturally-
they like to do a lot of indoor with
Yeah.
it, but
I feel like if they was to legalize it, yeah, I think a lot of these cotton fields out here probably turn into marijuana distribution.
Even black-owned dispensaries.
yeah,
The ones who are looking for a way out right now
yeah.
could convert over to black-owned dispensaries. And
Yeah.
like you said, create jobs.
It can create
crops.
jobs.
Yeah.
And like I said, in that sense, I don't know.
I think it'll bring the crime level down too.
With everybody being high,
I think that
I don't really want
same
my
way they
kids to
did it with
smoke.
the Bill of Rights for
at all.
alcohol for the gangsters and the mobs in the 1920s and 1930s and 40s. When they took away the alcohol,
Yeah,
it brought the killings down because there wasn't no more bootlegging.
you're right.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody couldn't do it. It was so hidden.
So you said when they take away alcohol, it brought the killings down. So you're saying that
Kinda,
alcohol
yeah. Kinda.
is the cause.
That isn't what I said. Some, kinda. Keyword was kinda.
Okay, so what do you think what's gonna happen when they legalize marijuana?
I think, number one, I think it would create jobs.
I think it'll create a lot of car accidents
Why you say that?
because niggas just be lost out their damn mind.
But you
For
gotta
real.
you gotta look at it like this. You gotta look at
That'd
it
be
like
out
this. You have to look at it like this. When they do legalize it, you will have to have a marijuana card. It wouldn't just be like
That's what I'm saying, man.
over the counter.
Okay,
put it
Right?
this way, like, how would you feel?
It comes with legislation like cigarettes.
go ahead. What you say?
Like, how would you feel, like, you know, if your son's 16 now, you know, would you rather him, if he was to get into it, not saying it would you rather him buy it from some dude that raps and got a piece and it's gonna front it to him? Or would you rather him just go down a dispensary
I would like
where the
him,
cop stands at
I
the
would
door?
like him to doggone pay attention to his surroundings and make sure that he get. I can't say getting it from the reliable.
Which I say that, never mind though, because I think you gotta be like 21 to buy from a dispensary or something like that. So
Yeah, I don't know.
So if the doctor prescribed them and told them, "Hey, go ahead and get it,"
to just go to the store and go get some.
they're gonna send you to a dispensary. You know what I'm saying? It's dispensaries out now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like those are money makers.
Yeah. It's so many different. Like I said, I believe everything should be in moderation.
Right. I
So
do too.
when it comes to legalizing it, I mean, do what you want, but I mean, be mindful for. I know that it would have some benefits, but I also know that it would have some cons at the same time. So we got to be mindful and responsible enough to know these differences and educated enough to, like I said, to be able to tell what's a good way of doing it and what's a bad way.
yeah.
Yeah. So
I agree. So use your marijuana card wisely. But would you vote for this guy? If you okay, he's
I'm
going
not
up
voting
against,
for that. I'm voting for.
That's not what. No, wait. Let's back up.
I gotta know what else he's talking about.
He's talking about right. I understand that. I do understand.
And I haven't done enough research.
But would that stop you from completely not voting for him?
It's not gonna. Okay. No, it's not gonna
That's
stop.
all I want to hear. All right. Okay.
But
I ain't
him
seen
doing
the
dumb
video
shit
yet.
like going online and just smoking just to prove a point.
No.
That's stupid.
Yeah, I ain't seen the video yet. If I see it and it's like that,
Nah,
I might get make
like, look,
Actually, we
like,
can play
look
it.
at me, like,
Do you want to
look
play it for our viewers? You can actually play it. It's on YouTube, and it's like 20-something seconds long.
Let me see what's going on.
I
real
gotta see
quick.
that.
Let me show
What's
y'all.
Is it on
exactly.
YouTube?
Yes, it's on YouTube. Let me show you exactly what the
Yeah.
What
I
the
thought you were
video
talking like he done
is.
got up on the podium and lit the blunt.
What's his name? Governor what?
right here. Gary Chambers
All right.
campaign.
Oh, shit.
He's a candidate. He's a Senate candidate. Gary Chambers, black man.
All right, Gary Chambers.
Right. Pull it up and let our viewers be the judge.
Okay,
Let's see what's up.
let me see if this is it first. I think this is it.
God damn, they got to right with the blunt.
Then right after that, you can play.
That's all you see is him lighting the. Man.
Listen, just
This
he
guy
lighting
right
backwards too.
Let me see what's going on.
Right.
Hold on. Let me slide
Play it.
this
Play it.
up.
Don't judge him yet. Play it, and then
All right, let me see.
Every 37 seconds, someone is arrested for possession of marijuana. Since 2010, state and local police have arrested an estimated 7.3 million Americans for violating marijuana
Listen
laws,
to
over
what he's
half of all drug arrests. Black people are 4 times more likely to be arrested for marijuana laws than white people. States waste $3.7 billion enforcing marijuana laws every year. Most of the people police are arresting aren't dealers, but rather people with small amounts of pot, just like me.
Billions of dollars, June. What can we do with that for the state, for everything around here?
Man, look at him, man.
he said it's a fact that they are arresting not dealers but people with small amounts of pot, and they spending 3.7 to enforce marijuana laws that don't even affect us.
Yeah.
They showed on because you know how easy it is.
I gotta
So
see
easy.
more than that. You know what I'm
Everybody
saying?
got it.
Like
2 houses down.
that's his
Anybody.
opinion. No, that's not an opinion. That's a fact. That's a fact because he is stating facts, but
Right,
at the same
exactly.
time, there's got to have some type of grounds and stuff. I just see more. But he make a point. But him just standing there with the blunt in his head.
He's
Come on,
just setting a point.
Yeah,
See,
he's just making it obvious for you. Like, hey, like legalize.
right, this is not worth all of the taxpayer dollars.
Yeah.
Is what he's saying.
I got you.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm over here looking up how tall is Gary Chambers. He look like he play offensive line for LSU. He look like he come straight from LSU. They running
He a
for
lineman
center.
for Clemson.
He looked like a neighbor of mine. That's what he looked like. He looked like somebody that I can recognize right off the bat.
salute Gary Chambers, man. I'm for him if I.
Who that is? Gary? Man,
Yeah.
take your ass in the house, man. God damn. Like,
One of the guys.
he out there doggone with a blunt checking the mail and shit. Gary, man. Come on, man.
Gary Chambers, you come across this, man, reach out to us, man.
You got my vote, Gary.
Gary, man, don't be a neighbor and I come outside. All I smell is gas, man. Come on. I was say, God damn, he got that shit loud as hell over there.
Oh, man.
Yeah, man. So,
Yeah,
anyway,
lose
man.
a draw, man. Holla at us, Gary. Anyway, man, let's get into some music, man. What
Oh,
we got?
man.
What we got lined up? June is never.
No, it's cool, man. I mean, I didn't know. I asked H2O what's the song you want to play, but I'm just gonna.
Oh, right. All right, yeah. We definitely gonna get into some H2O.
Yeah,
for sure.
man. I most definitely need at least one.
We need somebody to open up for H2O.
Oh, will you walk away for?
He went.
All right, hold on. Let me pause this real quick. We just hit pause.
Got me on
Oh,
the
my
interview.
God.
Yeah, man, we back, man. I didn't know what happened just
that
now.
was so funny.
Hey, man, I do have that MetLife though. I do want to play that real quick.
I got
So we're just gonna listen in
Word.
and just kind of see what's really going on. So we don't have the whole thing. We just got the video. So but
Wait on the motherfucker.
Hey, car front keys tag, man, waiting on me. You can't walk up on me like that, man. I about had a heart attack, man. God damn, man. You tag him already? Yeah, he's tagged. I appreciate that, man. I'll take care of him. All right.
Open it up.
Hello, how you doing, sir? What's going on?
well, my bad.
Beautiful day today, isn't it? Yeah. Man. You doing second beats, aren't you?
Yeah, man.
Oh, man.
Hey, look at here, man. I appreciate that.
Where did
Last
you
time
shoot
y'all
this?
had blunts and shit.
That's downtown.
Y'all had the damn windows and y'all fucking with the radio. I had some country music playing and shit.
And down there right before the bridge.
I got time for all
We're
that.
so sorry about that, sir.
My shit right, man. All right.
Yes, sir.
No problem.
So I figured you were the first one to notice that.
I was gonna say that. Sidewalk Cafe.
Look at him now. Now I tell you not to fuck up my truck.
Fucked up my truck. I fucked up your truck, bro.
What's that, a blunt?
Call me mad
Gary Chambers taught me that shit.
I just get so high, call me MetLife. Blowing clouds of fog, get my head right. A bunch of alcohol, then it's bedtime. Wake up, do it all again the next night, yeah. I just get so flighted, I got jet lag. Hustle all night, can't have no setbacks. Ain't pulling that rod unless I'm a wet dad. My money wasn't long, I had to stretch that. They don't call me Miller, that's the highlight. If I'm in the game, I make the highlights. I just bought the truck, see what it ride like. Now my waves up like it's high tide. She got me looking stuck, mess up my eyesight. And I be cool as fuck when I slide by. I live by the codes and I'ma die by. And I be getting thrown like I skydive. I been up the road like a drive-by. That girl work the stove like she Five Guys. Pockets looking swole, ball in prime time. Feeling like I'm John Morant, just trying to shine. Told her that we gonna chill, can't find the time. Told her I can't pay her bills, what's mine is mine. I'ma lay her down like a Steiner line. Drinking Black Widow, get a spider bite, yeah. I just get so high, call me MetLife. Blowing clouds of fog, get my head right. A bunch of alcohol, then it's bedtime. Wake up, do it all again the next night, yeah. I just get so flighted, I got jet lag. Hustle all night, can't have no setbacks. Ain't pulling that rod unless I'm a wet dad. My money wasn't long, I had to stretch that. She be in a thong, I'm trying to stretch that. If she ain't acting calm and throwing red flags. Whole team be going strong, you cannot press that. Fight my demons on my own, I cannot stress that. Put the phone down, I'm faded. We about to roll out like Brady. I don't got no style, I change it. Money contagious, counting the faces. Still on the amount of the patience, into the make it. I don't got time for the hate, know that I'm blown. Waste it, all of that shit that you want. Basic, flew in this bitch in a drone. Spaceship, I'm in a world of my own. Matrix, pulling a rocket on chrome. I brace it, money ain't really that long. I make it, money ain't really that grown. Baby, walk out with bags in my arm like Mason. She ain't even know I'm a star, she gazing. Valet just pull up the car, they waiting. I just get so high, call me mad life. Blowing clouds of fog, get my head right. A bunch of alcohol, then it's bedtime. Wake up, do it all again the next night, yeah. I just get so flighted, I got jet lag. Hustle all night, can't have no setbacks. Ain't pulling that Riders, I'm a wet dad. My money wasn't long, I had to stretch that. Blowing clouds of fog, get my head right. Wake up, do it all again the next night.
I tell you though, I don't know why I didn't pull the rod out on the boat.
H20 the weatherman, man.
Yeah.
I had a fishing rod right there on the boat, and I meant to pull that bitch out. I did.
What project is that off of?
That was off of MetLife. That was just one of my singles I dropped. And
Recently.
that was 2 years ago.
Was that 2 years?
Yeah, man.
Oh,
You
wow.
just did the video for it.
No, that's 2 years old. I was gonna get you some of my newer stuff, some unreleased stuff. He played that. I was
That's
like,
dope.
Yeah.
You know what's the dopest thing about that video is it carries you into like a hood Ferris Bueller. Like
Yeah.
it gives you that storyline. Every time he do something, I'm looking for the theme. I don't know why, because it's like it's almost like already pop.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like
it has a balance.
yeah, like you want to see it. Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
oh shit.
And it looked real fun. Like
Right,
like you were really having a good time. You know?
Damn, I wonder what he gonna do next.
Yeah. And actually I had a
who
good
he's gonna
time.
mimic next.
Yeah.
Right, like that good feeling. Like
Yeah.
oh shit.
Yeah,
I think that's the dopest thing. Like the storyline be feeling so natural.
Yeah.
I really wanted to do the Garbage Man, but Drake had already done that at the time. He just had that working on
I
the
think
weekend.
so,
I was like,
too.
damn. Then I seen like 3 other
See what
Garbage
I
Man
mean?
videos.
That's
I was
all
like,
right.
See what I
man,
mean?
Man,
I might try one at the recycling center. Like,
See
up
what
there
I
at the
mean?
share.
You don't get that from regular artists.
artists, because they don't think that far ahead.
Right. And they don't even think outside the box like that. But that's what I said. Remember we talked about this the other night. Certain artists will put you in that movie.
And you know what I really love about H2O is the fact is that you know, you're around people like me and Sama, and then you're not scared to really be yourself. And this one thing I see about like the white rappers these days or whatever, they're not scared to be themselves anymore, really. And like I seen how you was on the boat and everything, like you was like bringing your culture into the mix, like, and not without like a biased opinion about it. Like you was just doing you, like you was just having a good time and just being yourself, and that's what I really loved about it, man.
Yeah. You know, that's something a lot of people don't experience in every state. Or like South Carolina, our culture is a little bit different. You see us at the lake because a lot of people in South Carolina go to the lake, go to the beach. We like the water, you know.
Right.
Not everybody likes the water, but you know, we grow up around. We 2 hours from the beach, 2 hours from the mountains, so we like the mountains too, you know.
Yeah.
And in other states, you might go to in the middle of the United States, you might not see that.
But just being able to be yourself, man, being as real as you can be, man. That's the best, man. It's like, cause we have a lot of similarities, but we have a lot of differences that should be embraced. I feel like the differences.
I think that's what attracts me to him as a friend is I know who I'm around.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
He's always in his own element. I know who I'm around. I don't have to. Oh man, my white friend is acting black today.
Yeah, like he's over. Yeah,
right.
Like don't.
I wanna be around it.
Right.
I wanna understand that. I wanna see it. Oh shit. Oh
Yeah. And I've had that. I've had like a white friend where he's acting blacker than me.
He's trying to come into your world.
Yeah, it's like what are you
Just
doing,
be yourself, man? Just be yourself. Just be yourself.
Yeah, that's it. So like I said, and ain't nothing wrong with even them or whatever. They still cool with me still to this day. It's just the difference. You can tell the difference between someone trying and then somebody that's just being them from the get go. And it's just like, hey, man, man, come on through, man.
Anyway,
We about to have
man,
this
dope song. Get back on it. We also spoke about music, being consistent. Hearing that you said that song was like a year or 2 years old.
Yeah.
The hardest thing in this hip hop music game is being consistent. Consistency is the key, but
most definitely.
Sometimes that key is so hard to turn. Sometimes the key don't fit. You know what I'm saying? They say you got to fail a bunch of times to be successful just once.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, I mean,
man,
like I said, consistency is the key, man. We want to see more of you. I was saying that about myself, but you know how it is, man. I know firsthand how it is. So I want to see more. I definitely want to see more of that H2O. That's why I'm telling you, I'm definitely willing to work with you on the visuals.
Yeah, man.
Me and June trying to get things going on this end.
Yeah, and where they can find you too, man, just so that everybody know.
Yeah, man, you can find me on Spotify, YouTube, Google Play.
Yeah.
Pretty much all platforms, man.
H2O
the weatherman. It's spelled H20, so H20 da weatherman.
Okay. Yeah, man. Man, I appreciate you being here, man.
Right.
Man, it was fun.
Yeah,
was
man,
great.
definitely. I appreciate y'all having me, man.
Yeah, man. With all that said, man, anything else anybody want to talk about? I mean, or just kind of like in closing?
Nah, man, we done touched on everything. Make sure Gary Chambers, salute. Make sure you reach out to us, brother.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, and we also want to give a shout out to the Suns, man. We think they're gonna take the title home this year.
Oh man,
maybe just me.
Hey, I ain't mad.
Or the Grizzlies. If the Grizzlies do it, I wouldn't be mad about that neither.
I'm not mad.
I don't watch sports, so I really don't know, man. It's all good.
Yeah, you gotta get into it,
man. You gotta watch something, man. No NFL, no NBA.
I'm gonna get into it.
MLB,
something.
I could tell you who's gonna be on stage tonight at the at Ebony's or something.
Okay.
So
big salute to Ebony's. I heard Polo turned up last weekend, right?
Yep.
All right, man. Big salute to him.
So anyway, man, appreciate y'all rocking with us, man. It's your boy June 2nd.
I'm Simon Nice.
H2O the weatherman.
Word. We up out of here. Still local.